Hi everybody, it's Melanie here. Remember me, author of Step on That Corn, From Job to Boss, Starting a Business from Scratch. And I just want to thank you for giving your time to listen to what I have to say. And particularly if you bought yourself a copy of this book, big huge thank you again, because the more people who have this book and encourage other people to get a copy, the more the message can go out there, because starting a business isn't always what you think it's going to be. And I'm not a big wow business person, loads of money splashing it about, big fancy car and all the rest of it. I'm just a normal gal who has her own business and who started a business without a clue, made lots of mistakes along the way. So when you get a copy of your book, you notice we've got illustrations by Chris Ryder, and she's a really talented artist. And I wanted to do this just to really bring the book to life and to give another dimension to it. And at the end, you'll notice there's a picture, which is the From Job to Boss journey. Hope you can see that there. And there were things about this which I was kind of struck when I was looking at the picture. I was kind of revisiting it when doing my newsletter. We've got a newsletter for the book. And good news, there's going to be an ebook coming soon. We've finally got to that stage. I've been waiting for a while. We were herding cats to get reviews, so please do give reviews on books, because it really makes a big difference, particularly to less well-known authors who are just trying to get that little bit of extra support. There's big wow people, oh it's really easy, Tanya. It's a bit of a different story to what they say, because they've got a big huge team behind them. I've just got the wall behind me literally like that. Anyway, here we are, the old work building, the old job. It's dull, it's grey, it's horrible. Because I was really looking at this and thinking there's a lot more sort of to this picture than perhaps just the fact that it just gives a pointer and a nod to chapters within the book. So you've got your old job here, this horrible nondescript building. Don't know if you've been in that position in a job you don't like. You just feel like another face in a sea of faces. Nobody really cares for or knows you as a human being or a person. This can happen particularly in bigger corporations, but even in small offices, sometimes you can go into a room and still feel like the stranger there. But if you see this, you've got this path, it goes round, and it's all very hopeful, but there's a choice, isn't there? This is the old job road. And sometimes people start out in a business with all those good intentions, but they get distracted, or they just don't know where to go. There's a bit of a crossroads, and suddenly you end back right where you started. And nobody really wants to do that, and it's very easy to happen. You sort of get bogged down with other things, you get distracted, and suddenly you're right back at the beginning in the old job. Now, it's not to say it's a bad thing to happen, but any journey that you take should have some sort of learning on it as well. And then, of course, there's all these little meanders around. It's not a straight path either. You'll think, starting your own business, it's really easy. You just go off, make loads of money, blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't always work that way. Some people do really well very quickly. And I really think that's just a reflection of their own existing background in work, for instance, and the fact that perhaps they've just got some more relevant experience. I'm just trying to get my book page open so I can see this as well. Seeing it back to front, well, seeing it on my screen, it's a bit strange. So I'm just going to get a copy up here so I can read it, because obviously there's things that I can't see looking at it this way, and I'm dropping things on the floor in case you wonder what that is. So there you are. You've got woods of distraction. That's what the tree is there in the corner. And it is easy when you start a business to get distracted, because suddenly you are responsible for yourself, for your time, and everything else that you do. There you go. That's better. So there we are, the trees, the woods of distraction. And I wanted to put that there because people think it's all very easy, but remember here I said about these crossroads, it's crossroads of choice. You have a choice to continue push through even if it's difficult, or you can just go back the way that you came. But then, you know, there's that sort of decision, and it is a big decision when you come to that crossroads, where you've just got to step out and make that leap and let everybody know what you're doing. So we've got that as the path goes round, you know, you need a map, a plan of what you're going to do, how you're going to get there, letting people know that you are there, making sure that, you know, you've got everything you need, that you're prepared, getting mentors, meeting the right people, networking. I'm in a flux with networking at the minute. I talk about networking in my book. It is really important for business, and this is just a mental thing that's going on in my head, this weird thing. But I think that's just a lot about that, is just trying to find a path which really works with that. So sometimes there's sort of opportunities. I had an opportunity today about networking, which is in Leicester, and you know, I think I just need to seed that thought in my head, prepare myself, and hopefully I'll brave the cold November weather, which is what it will be when that is, to get there. There is the clock. About time management as well. You lose time when there isn't somebody watching you, if you're not watching what you're doing yourself. And of course, something which is also really important to me, because my health suffered a lot when I was working. I just lost myself mentally, physically, and your physical and mental well-being is really, really important if you have your own business. But here we come towards the end, and it's sort of saying, well, look how far I've come. She's sort of looking back at that journey. But this path, where does that go? Doesn't seem to go anywhere. Well, it goes somewhere. Of course it goes somewhere, because you are the author of your own journey. You are the person who is creating that story. And that's what makes this exciting. There's still more to learn, more places to go, more people to meet, more adventures to be had. This is just really those very first tiny little baby steps. And if you come from a background where it's just totally foreign to you, you know, this is a big step. This is a big deal. Don't get yourself clouded by or comparing those big wow people, because it may just not be who you are. You may just be at those initial baby step stages, and you know, that big wow can come later. Don't know, do you? You never know what's going to happen. But the path is there, it's open, and you have a choice where you take that. So I hope you find that a really interesting insight on this little picture. You get a copy of this card if you do get a copy of the book direct from me. If you go for Amazon, you just get it, it's already in the book, but you don't get your own little personal postcard to play with. Extra bonus, and you get some other little gifts as well if you buy direct from me. So do follow that link and get a book from me, because then I have the fun of posting it direct to you, and of course you get a personalized message in there as well. Thank you for watching. Look out for the ebook if you haven't already got it. It was coming out soon if it hasn't already when you're watching this. And please do share beautiful, wonderful reviews, because this book is here to help you, other people, or even just to remind you of what a fabulous journey you've had with your own business and how well you have done, because sometimes people forget that initial journey and steps, and you sort of get a little bit jaded and tired by it maybe. But you can do all these things, and I'm sure you could do way better than me as well. So thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay happy, and remember, it's a journey.